Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, look, it's good to be back, by the way, in the driver's seat filming videos. I haven't actually filmed a video in almost a week because I've been getting over a sickness. I had a throat infection that transitioned to my eyes. You guys don't need to hear about all that. But anyway, I'm back. I'm making videos. I thought that this release right here that got announced today, I'll probably be releasing this video tomorrow, though, was noteworthy enough to make a video about. Of course, I made a video a few weeks ago about the Never Ending Story box set that was $200. And Dark Sky Films just want, look, first Shout Factory one-upped Via Vision. Now Dark Sky Films is like, hold my beer. Look, you guys want the most expensive release for a singular movie? Let's do it, baby. With this Texas Chainsaw Massacre release. So I want to get into that. I want to get into all that's involved in this release, all that's available along with this release, and really break down, is this worth it or not? Is this Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th anniversary 4K edition from Dark Sky Films that comes out, I believe, on October the 1st? Is it worth it for the price point that they are asking? Now, I already know, because I just know my comment section, most of you guys are going to say no. It is absolutely 100% not worth the price point, because I mean, $300 for a movie, guys. Think about what you could buy with $300 for a singular movie. It's insane. But look, let me make this a little bit bigger, guys. Let me put myself down in the corner. You guys don't need to see me right now. So I'm on the Dark Sky Selects, which is, I think, a sub website of the Dark Sky Films website. Because I got on actual like Dark Sky Films, and I guess they're a production studio that puts out like new movies. I didn't know they were still actively putting out new movies, because I got on their website and they had some upcoming movies that I don't think had released yet that were coming out. So I guess they're a production company that's still in effect, but they're big release, guys, without a shadow of a doubt. And the release that they've held on to and put out multiple physical releases of over the past few years is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's the one that they do not relinquish the rights for. They've also got stuff like they've got some Ty West films like The Innkeepers and the House. God, I can't think of the House of the Devil. They got that one as well. A few other titles, I think. Oh, they got the Hatchet series as well, because they just did a nice steelbook of that. But they don't have much. But they're really trying, for what they have, they're trying to really make these like super premium, like boutiques editions with. Like, I think there's supposed to be an Innkeepers and House of the Devil steelbook coming at some point, because they just did the Hatchet 4-film steelbook. But they are also like charging a lot of money for this stuff as well. But let's look at some of the merch before we dive into the big 4K set. Now, this is available, like I said, on the Dark Sky Films Select website. So they've got a 50th anniversary poster right here, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th anniversary poster, which actually looks pretty damn cool. Like, and I think the price is pretty good, $35. You know, I'm not huge into collecting like posters and things like that. Like, I may get one if it comes with my Scream Factor release, but I've never been like huge into posters. But like, this is one that, I don't know, like, it looks cool enough that I might actually think about maybe getting. I mean, $35 is not a bad price point at all, and I really like that artwork. I think it looks pretty damn cool. But they also got a hats right here. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th anniversary hats is $30, and I guess they dropped all this stuff today. They've got T-shirts down here with just the logo. Then they got the image as well, and then they got another hat right there as well. So I think that's pretty much it when it comes to the merch they're offering alongside this release. Now, with this film's price point, which we'll get into in a second, this release's price point, I don't think that includes any of this stuff. So I don't think you get the poster with this release. I don't think you get the hat. I don't think you get the shirt. All this stuff is just extra stuff. You're not getting that along with the release unless you order it extra. So if you want some of that merch stuff and you want the Texas Chainsaw Massacre set, then you're going to have to pay probably $400 something to get all this stuff. But let's just get into it, guys. Let's click on it right here. And as of right now, you can only pre-order this box set right here from the Dark Sky Films website. So this is the only place that you can get this right now. I will have that linked down below in the description if anybody's interested in this, because look, I say this, I as I talk about this, I'm going to be saying stuff like this is a crazy price point and other things like that. But I fully recognize there's people out there that like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like everything to them. They're going to collect everything Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then there's just people that just like collecting cool stuff. Like, and this is no doubt a cool set, but it is a ridiculous price point of $299.98. Think about that, guys. $300. Now we're going to dive into the contents of the set here in a second. $300 for one set. These prices are getting a little out of hand, guys. Whether this is worth it or not, like that's just a little too high. It's a little bit too much to ask. And for that to be the only edition, like could they not create some kind of like dumbed down version to where you don't have to get a chainsaw? Can you just get the 4K and maybe the VHS? Maybe a set like that for like 75 to 80 bucks. Does 300 have to be the only version that's available? Like that's really my gripe with this. But again, I fully recognize there's going to be people out there that think this is worth it and they'll get it. And I respect that. I just spent $200 on a never ending story box set. Okay. So I get it. Like collectors are going to collect, they're going to grab stuff. I get it. There's going to be people that want to get this. If you want to get it, I will have it linked down below. But my thoughts initially before diving into the contents, I do think the price point is a little bit ridiculous. I do think it's a little bit ridiculous, but let's get into it, guys. Let's break it down because maybe I'm wrong. But this thing, first off, it's a big box. It's housed in this huge like box. It's got a chainsaw inside the box. They're saying that this is a replica of the iconic chainsaw from the film. So they're saying it's a replica. So my understanding of what a replica is that it's the same size as what was used in the movie. So that's the actual like size of a chainsaw, which I'm comparing it to the steelbook and the VHS tape they have right there. I guess that's pretty accurate. I get if it's a smaller, chainsaw, I guess that's pretty accurate to what a chainsaw like that would look like from the movie. So I mean, I guess that's cool, but like, what's the durability of the chainsaw? Is it like actually? I'm not saying is it usable, but is it like good material that it's made? Is it like legit? Like, is it realistic? Does it feel like an actual chainsaw would when you're holding it? Like that would be my question. I would need to see this. I would need to see somebody like unbox this and show this off and like really get into what this is to decide like whether or not it's worth it or not. Because I feel like they offered a little bit of an explanation when I ordered the Neverending Story set. They had like an explanation and a breakdown of what that actual like book was made out of, and I don't feel like they do the same here with the chainsaw. But this is a big box set release, guys. It has a steel book inside with a 4K and the Blu-ray and a Blu-ray with new special features, guys. There are new special features here. Then you get a VHS tape. So it's a 3-disc set, and then you got a VHS tape, and then you got the chainsaw right there. So I'm going to kind of scroll through these pictures. I'll kind of zoom up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Bam. And I apologize if my throat sounds a little bit weird. This is my first video I've filmed in like a week, guys. So I'm trying right here. But look at this. I mean, that VHS tape looks pretty damn cool. Like, I would like to get that on its own. Like, because here's the thing, guys. I've got some awesome editions of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I got the 4K Dark Sky put out last year. I got the second sight 4K set, which is probably the definitive version of the movie on 4K. I've got several Texas Chainsaw Blu-ray steelbooks from back in the day. I've got VHS sets. I've got all kinds of Texas Chainsaw stuff in the collection. It's like I don't need this, but I think a VHS thing would be pretty cool. And I do like the artwork on that. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I would like if they had like a version that was like 80, 90 bucks, like maybe like some kind of like a smaller box set release. Do I need a chainsaw in a huge box set? No, I don't. It's like, why do I have to pay 200 to 220 extra dollars to get a chainsaw on this freaking set? I mean, I appreciate that. Look, we are getting to the point with physical media and collecting where these companies got to take these big swings. I get that. I appreciate that. It's like to really sell this stuff, they got to just start throwing stuff at the wall and making this stuff seem like super premium and collectible. Let's throw a chainsaw on there. But it does get to a point where it's just a little bit ridiculous, especially for us collectors that have been doing this stuff for a while. And spending all this money. And there's so many other releases coming out this fall. It's like, come on, guys. It's like we can't spend our entire like the fall budget for our movies on this one set. It's just, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm definitely curious to how much this is going to sell, but let's get into the actual like nitty gritty of it. This is a release date of October the 1st, 2024. Dark Sky Selects proudly presents, really proudly, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th Anniversary Chainsaw Edition. This set includes the 4K UHD edition of the feature film, Blu-ray edition of the feature film, Blu-ray bonus disc, and an exclusive VHS releasing featuring original VHS release artwork. So that is original VHS artwork, which is pretty cool. All right, so all housed in a replica of the iconic chainsaw from the film. So they're saying that the steelbook and VHS tape is in the actual chainsaw. So you take the chainsaw out of the box, and all this stuff is supposed to be inside of the chainsaw, according to the subscription. Let's see, which comes in a special 50th anniversary numbered box. So it's going to be a numbered box. Does it say how many? Opening the chainsaw triggers the sound of Leatherface wielding the chainsaw in the film. Okay, you have my attention. This limited edition features a newly designed 50th anniversary O card and brand new bonus content. Oh, an O card, huh? Brand new bonus content, including the merchandise of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the restoration of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that's pretty cool if they're including the restoration of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I always call for more special features like that. I think it's cool to see like the restoration process, because for every film it's different, right? So I think it's never the same for like any one film. So it's cool to get in there to see like what they had to do for that particular film. So I think that's pretty cool. We also got the merchandise of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I imagine they're going to do a deep dive into all the different merchandise from the film. You got disc 1, 4K UHD, HDR, HDR10, Dolby Atmos audio. You got 4 commentaries on here. I imagine most of those commentaries, or all those commentaries, are with the previous Dark Sky release. We got disc 2 Blu-ray feature film with 4 feature commentaries. We got disc 3 Blu-ray bonus features, new merchandise, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, new restoration, and the feature-length documentary, the Legacy of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then you got all the other stuff that I imagine, guys, was present on that Dark Sky release. So there was like a difference between the Dark Sky release and the Second Sight release. I think there was like one feature that one had and the other different, and vice versa. But I don't think it was that substantial. They both had that. They both had that new documentary, The Legacy of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, on them. So that is not new for sure. But you are getting 2 new special features. So I mean, I can't really hate on that for sure. But what I can hate on, guys, is that price point of $300 for a freaking chainsaw. Say, look, we knew they were going to do it big, right? It's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th anniversary. Like, we heard about this thing like months ago. We knew they were going to do it big and do just something super like elaborate, but I don't know, guys. Is this cool? Is it unnecessary? Like, what do you all think about this? Because I'm struggling. Like, I think it's definitely cool to talk about. Like, I like having stuff like this to talk about for the channel. It's just nothing I would actually like by myself. I don't know. It's different than the Never Ending Story. I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I do love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I don't know. That felt different. I felt like I got a better explanation of what that book's actually going to be. I don't really know what this chainsaw is going to be, what the quality is going to be. And plus, I don't have that movie on 4K at all. So that's really kind of the only way I can get that movie on 4K. And it's $100 cheaper. Like, there's that as well. Like, $300 is a difference than $200. But I don't know, guys. It just feels like things are kind of going off the rails lately with some of these prices. And I think it's okay to call that out. I think it's okay to call that out and to hold these companies' feet to the fire. It's like, my goodness, does everything have to cost an arm and a leg these days? It is ridiculous. Like, can we just get a VHS tape of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for $25 and be done with it? I don't know, guys. What do you all think about it? I've ranted, I've raved. My throat is about out of juice. I appreciate you guys entertaining me today for this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, guys, I will have this linked down below in the description. But leave me your thoughts, guys. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th anniversary chainsaw edition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time.